Yo! What is going on, party people? Okay, so, very exciting because today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite watches. And I don't mean like favorite watches that Wolf Watch Club has done competitions on. I'm not saying my favorite watch of a certain category. I'm saying like favorite watch of all time. And I'm going to prove it to you in a moment. Richard is here. What is going on? Scramble North is present. Let me change a setting here because I'm looking a little bit too bright. And let's be honest, I'm not all that bright. But seriously, we're talking about none other than the Reverso. Now, Gabe is here. Can we get a "what up, Gabe" in the chat? Now I'm like too dark. What is going on with... I don't even know what's going on with my camera, guys. All I did was change a lens. And everything's getting all freaky deaky. Okay, the Reverso's insane. And I think everyone in any hobby, but specifically with, watch collecting and horology, like, you have that first love, like that first thing that you learn about, and then it's kind of, I don't want to say your white whale, but it's just cool to you for no particular reason. And for me, it was the JLC Reverso. And it's funny because I had Seiko SKX money. Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't have JLC money. But I just learned about it, and it wasn't very relevant to me, and I'm going to explain why in a moment, but it was so cool, and I just decided at that point, it is my all-time favorite watch. Now, I'm going to humble brag here, but this is a video I made 5 years ago. Oh gosh, I'm getting old. But this is my Reverso. I got a Reverso Classique Mécanical, which is the traditional mechanical hand-wound solid gold. And I'm very, very proud of this because this was a grail of mine, and this was my year-in review of it. It has, here it looks dark, but it has a blued handset and everything, and this is just, I found a way somehow. I scraped my pennies together, and I found a way to get the all-time one I wanted. And we're going to speak about exactly why this watch is so insane and what was going on in my mind when I decided to purchase this one. But as you know, the reason for the season, the reason why we are here on Sunday Fun Day, is because there will be a winner revealed for this watch today at 6 p.m. Eastern. All right, so yeah, there's still time to put in some entries, but also, Rolex sub, 7 days and some change. But today we're talking all about the Reverso. Let's go ahead and check in with the chat. Wolf Watch Club, welcome wolves. Can we get an ow in the chat? Mike Kalusian, who's a moderator on my channel, says, yes, you are getting old. It is what it is, but at least I'm semi-upright some of the time. James Shanahan is here. Chicken CS is here. Let's go ahead and refresh. I'm just interested. I'm nosy, so I want to see what's going on with the game and everything. Richard is here, as I said. So, okay, this is my Reverso. There are many like it, but this one is mine. It's funny, though, because people now know of a bunch of different crazy complications that you may be able to have with a Reverso. There are duo faces. There's a gyro tourbillon that JLC came out with. If we get enough greens, green for go, red for no. Again, guys, green for go, red for no. If we get enough greens in the chat, I will pronounce JLC the proper way in Swiss French. All right, if we get enough. But we're going to bring it way back to this. Not that one. Literally, it is this. Something really old and simple. We got Grant, OSU Grant, Scramble North. We're getting some greens in the chat. It was just a very simple watch. I love how the indexes are, aged, patinated. Look at this, a 1937 model. Why won't it let me zoom? What is going on here? Anyway, gorgeous watch. They even made a 1931 pendant reverso. But where did this idea come from? Look, a 1931 two-hander. Where did this idea come from? If the image will load. Well, it's pretty crazy. So even though you have a bunch of crazy, duo faces and weird complications now, the Reverso literally came as an answer to a solution that only very wealthy people had, which was people were having their watch crystal broken while playing polo. So people were like, there must be a way to reverse my watch so the crystal is not exposed and it will not be so easily broken if a mallet or if a ball were to hit my watch. It's kind of strange because I suppose you would just, perhaps one might not wear a wristwatch, sir. No, I couldn't think of not wearing a wristwatch. Alright, why don't we make it so the whole watch face can turn in on itself? Now, that's what it was meant to do, and it wasn't just JLC producing it. This is actually a Patek Philippe Reverso. But they weren't the only ones to get in on the fun, This is a Cartier Basculante, one of the most famous Cartier watches out there, and people often think that this is a tank. It's actually much cooler than just a traditional tank. Then we have one of my favorite non-Reverso, but also it's in this category because it's a protectant watch. It protects its face. The Vacheron shutter watch. So literally, it's like shutters on your house. They close, protecting the crystal. It's nuts. It's crazy. You can see the patent filing here. A hinge where the hinge slides on itself and folds over. You can see people here with the mallets for polo. It's just such an interesting history. This is the image I was going to show you. So traditionally, this is, again, a Patek Philippe Reverso. But traditionally, you didn't have anything on the back, and you left it blank, the watchmaker left it blank so that you could personalize it. Okay? Ian is here. I actually know Ian. He's from Arkansas. I don't know why he's here. We're talking about watches, and I don't think that they can tell time in Arkansas. Anyway, what's interesting, going over here, man, you can look. This was the dark times. This was during the pandemic. So I want to show you my pandemic beard. It's even crazier than right now. Look at that. Look at that beard. It's even weirder than mine. My favorite AD is here. He says no, and we don't wear shoes. Okay, so I go over a lot of my favorite really kind of out there Reverso iterations. Wow. I go over all my favorite kind of weird Reverso iterations in this video over on the Time Teller channel. But I do want to mention, I think I flip. Where is it? Guys, can we get some cats in the chat because Link is here? Come here, buddy. What are you doing over there? So I bought one that has a blank rear because I was on the fence, and I'm still on the fence of if I was going to carve or engrave or personalize it. Jory, that was like 30 pounds ago. Yeah, I know. That's a huge roast. So, I don't know if you know this, but when you have a neurological condition like I do, you can't be as active and you gain a bunch of weight. So I'm fatter than I was then. But that was a sick roast. That was an awesome burn. Anyway, going back, I left mine blank because I'm on the fence that maybe, in the future, when my, children have this watch, they can choose to engrave it or personalize it. Or maybe I will have it engraved or personalized for them. And I don't know. I feel like I'm leaving it open. But traditionally, that's what you would do, and I'm sure all the hoity-toity gentlemen out there had a very fun time. Now, JLC has their own in-house engraving service, so you can actually order your Reverso blank and have them personalize it for you, and it's not cheap, but they will do it. Going back to some really, really cool Reverso alternatives. Again, not just any tank. The Basculante. One of my favorites. We actually sold one of these at the Time Teller shop. Crazy watch. Not as interesting of a mechanism. So this hinges from the top and spins on itself and closes. Whereas a Reverso has a hinge that slides on itself and folds over. I think it's much more interesting. But that's not the only Cartier Reverso that came out. Way long time ago, pre-Basculante, they made an actual Reverso with like that patented, Reverso mechanism. So they have a bunch of crazy options. But here's another weird one. I saved the best for last, so to speak. I'm going to go ahead and... so there's still time, guys. We got 16 minutes. Okay. So I saved kind of the wonkiest for last. All right. Check this out. The Reverso Equinox. Who remembers this? Who remembers this? Omega Reverso Equinox. It wasn't marketed as a Reverso, I do not believe. It was just known as an Equinox. This is reference number 1860013. This was deep in the quartz crisis, okay? So this was back when Omega was experimenting with the Annie Digital. So they were kind of the front runners doing this weird analog digital mashup, and that's why you have so many iterations. One thing that I would love to say about Omega is they truly did not give an F about their, their cachet or provenance. They didn't worry about what people thought about them in the past. In the quartz crisis, they were the one Swiss watchmaker that jumped in both feet first. They were like, yo, we're hitting this. Whereas other watchmakers, like in the Holy Trinity, they want to pretend that they were above that. Even though Patek made a bunch of battery-powered watches. We cannot ignore that. But the Holy Trinity, they want to pretend that they were too good for that. Omega was like, F that, bro. Let's fucking do this. And they made a bunch of really crazy quartz crisis-y watches. This one being one of them. So if you are with your boss, like Ian, this would be a good watch for Ian in the chat. If he's with his boss and he wants to pretend like he can tell time and he's like, ooh, I'm a businessman. He can put it on the analog side. But then when he's back at his trailer, he can flip it over on the digital, and he can be like, look, I can read numbers. The numbers are back. But really cool. This is probably one of my favorite Reverso watches, even though it's not really a Reverso. But yeah, so that was my little crass, that's funny. It was kind of crass, especially me making fun of Ian there. The little crash course on Reverso-ishness. Because not everything there was a Reverso. Okay, guys, what do you have on your wrist today? I am wearing a Goodman GMT Tactical, but you guys don't know that. It says the audio's in for everyone on my side. Audio is good. All levels are green. But yeah, if you guys are having any issues, then please do let me know. Linky's freaking out. I haven't seen him all weekend because I was away shooting. So yeah, it was a very, very busy weekend. I was not among the living pretty much. I was out in supreme isolation most of the weekend. So he's very vocal because I came into the office and he's like, whoa! Yo, shout out. Can we get some cats in the chat? Crazy. But yeah, you guys comment, what is your favorite Reverso? I already told you mine. My favorite Reverso is, well, let's be honest, my Reverso. But there are some interesting iterations. Like, I'll just go through some of them. This chocolate dial, this is the ultra thin 1931 chocolate. This one's not actually from 1931. One thing that's interesting about JLC is they do a bunch of tributes. So this is something that is hearkening back to the days of yore. But the truth is, the Reverso design is incredibly old anyway, so they don't really need these tribute models. But this one with the rose gold and the chocolate dial, of course, Wolf Watch Club's clowning me right now. Of course, I love chocolate because I'm fat. That's one of my favorite watches. Let's go ahead and move on. Here's another image. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This one is incredibly hard to find because this one is kind of old. So I have a Classique Mechanical, which is the, model and era from it's technically vintage, but it's not super vintage. This one is from around that era, but it is salmon. And this was limited, I believe, so it's very hard to find, but I absolutely love this watch. Reed, Uncle Reed is here. Great to see Link. Yep, he's still kicking, man. And he's still as vocal as ever. Richard is wearing a Cartier Ballon Bleu. Very nice watch. Very visible and legible. It's who would have thunk? It's very bulbous, like a ballon. Thomas is wearing a Grand Seiko GMT Spring Drive. So badass. Gotta love it. Okay. Ian says, who wants to be waitlisted and told no for Christmas? I'm your guy. That's right. Hit up Ian Weiss over in Arkansas. You won't be able to find him, though, because they don't have phones in the back country where he's from. Moving on. Man, look at this. I show the Bascalante, but this is also a really cool old two-tone pre-Bascalante Cartier Reverso. So this is really cool. Actually also a blued handset, but you can't really tell because this watch is old as sin. Scramble North is wearing a 16600. Very cool. Ian is wearing a Black Bay 54. Uncle Reed is wearing a Tudor FXD GMT. Very cool, very tactical. I'd expect nothing less, sir. Awesome. Moving on. This is just another shot of this really cool. I wish I owned this watch, honestly. Something about the two-tone makes it even cooler, but that's just me. Okay, so moving on. This Rouge, man. When we think of watches that have flipped, what do you think, guys? What brand do you think? Probably Rolex, right? That's what Link was saying. So Rolex is the flipper's choice, and that is what it is. Oh, I just realized I'm not showing you my screen. I'm an idiot. Hold on. I'm an idiot. I was not showing you my screen that whole time. I was just showing you my ugly face. Okay, so here's the chocolate tribute. We haven't seen one, blah, 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 my bad. Okay, chocolate tribute, that was my bad. And then I wanted to show you the salmon dial, which is very, very rare. Blah, 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 we already spoke about that. Why didn't you tell me, guys, that you weren't seeing the watches? Cartier, this is the Cartier, the two-tone that I really would love this watch. Okay, so now I brought you back up to speed. The 50 why did I say 50 Fathoms? Oh, because James Shanahan. 50 Fathoms just sold, blah, blah, blah. We're not talking 50 Fathoms. When we're talking flipper's choice, it's got to be Rolex, right? Well, JLC and the enthusiasts thereof had a field day with the Grand Reverso 1931 Rouge. Something about this red dial made people go nuts. And this one got flipped, and people went just absolutely bananas for it. I don't blame them because I actually love it. Now, here's what's crazy. Red on watches, for me, has to be pretty, I would say sparingly. Used sparingly, I would say. I don't like a ton of red, typically. However, this is very loud, in your face, but with that Reverso signage, again, it doesn't say JLC up top. It's also not a blank dial, which with some of the tributes, you do see blank dial. This one straight up just says Reverso. And it being a simple two-hander like the one that I own, just makes it even more badass and incredibly rare. Moving on, I got some close-ups of this. This is a Reverso. Reference number 106. If you Google Reverso reference 106, you're going to see images of this Patek Philippe, which, of course, in very vintage Patek, they had to put a bunch of BS on the dial. Very not Reverso. JLC, with their Reversos, they keep things very minimalist, but not like Bauhaus. They just keep it kind of simple and clean. Patek got their hands on it, and they're like, let me add a bunch of stuff that doesn't need to be there. Typical. Moving on, I think I have some other... Do I have some... Is there anything else that I need to mention? I guess not. But, yeah, that's again, a little bit of a crash course of my favorite things. Those are a few of my favorite things when it comes to Reversos. Let's see, 8 minutes left to go. Let me refresh this. I'm late reading the chat. It's 5 minutes and some change. Still time. And again, guys, 7 days and some change. 7 days. You guys have your shot at a Rolex Sub Hulk. Very cool. It's funny. We were talking about flipper's choice. Well, I almost said stripper's choice. Don't ask me where I was this weekend. Vegas, baby! I'm joking. This is a flipper's choice, for sure. I don't even need to hype this watch up. Like, that is what it is. Uncle Reed says the JLC Reverso is timeless. Eric Ortiz, my knife buddy. That sounds badass. Sounds like we're in a gang, but really, him and I just like wristwatches and knives. Because we're bad boys. Yo, Eric Ortiz, let's start a gang. Right here, right now. He's a subscriber over at the Time Teller channel, and you guys should be too. If you're not, why the F are you here? Come on. Now, I do need to mention, okay, that when this ticker ticks down, okay, a data sheet of all the entries are automatically sent over to Wolf Watch Club. I have to do this spiel now because these types of competitions are very highly regulated, and especially here on YouTube. I know people always hear this and they start rolling their eyes and they're like, "No, I don't want to see the." It's because I have to. Okay, so when this is done, it is done. Now here's the thing. I, Jory Goodman, do not choose the winner. Neither does anyone at Wolf Watch Club. It's actually all done here, third party, at randomdraws.com. This is how we keep it fair and fun, and this is how Wolf Watch Club has set it up, and I think that, it makes sense, because if I were to choose the winners, I would just choose myself. I would not be choosing any of you. I would be thinking up aliases left and right. Who's Schmory Schmudman? And why did he win? It sounds a whole lot like Kmori Kmudman, who won last week, and Zori Zudman, who won the week before. Something's fishy. That's what I'd be doing. See, I would so keep that Hulk and not flip it. The story of winning it would be worth more than the watch. That's what I'm saying. I spoke to Mr. Lewandowski, who won the Starbucks, the Rolex Starbucks, which is a watch that I want. Again, Wolf Watch Club, because I love sugary coffee drinks because I'm fat. But the Rolex Starbucks is a watch that I want so bad. And he won, and he told me when I interviewed him live here on this channel, I told him, what are you going to do with the watch, and how does it feel in your collection? He says, you couldn't pay me enough to get rid of this watch. And he said, the only way this watch leaves my collection is if it goes to my kids. So it's true. I mean, pretty much every person that I've spoken to who I've had the opportunity of interviewing here on the Wolf Watch Club channel during these live streams, they say that the watch, regardless of what watch it is they won, they say the story that is immediately attached to it is worth more than the watch itself. And I agree. I think that'd be very, very cool to win one of these competitions. Although I don't play because I'm the host. I'm the MC here, so I cannot play, unfortunately, because I wouldn't mind adding another Reverso to my collection. I don't know about you. Sorry, guys. I have to wet my whistle because the medicina makes me very thirsty. Woo! Let's see. Uncle Reed says T-minus 3 minutes. The tactical gentleman. Indeed, a devil dog. Thank you for your service, sir. 60 seconds. Let's go. Again, guys, once this is done, it's done. The sub is my Grail watch. I don't need anything more grandiose than that. I'd have no desire to flip that Hulk. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you... It's funny. It's like when a dog finally catches its own tail. Have you ever seen that? Like, when your dog chases its tail and it finally gets a hold of it, it immediately stops. And it, like, looks around. Because it doesn't know what to do with it once it finally gets it. So, when, like, you finally have the watch that you've wanted for so long, you're like, well, what do I do? Unfortunately, watch collecting's an addiction, so the second you get the watch, you're like, okay, there's something cool out there, and you immediately start looking for the next one. Robert Vittori, he's a viewer of mine as well. I need a Reverso. Worried this one might be too small, but we will manage. Hey, Robert, I'm probably bigger than you because Wolf Watch Club knows I'm fat, and I pull it off. I pull off a classique So it's not exactly a postage stamp on my wrist, but it's also not like it's definitely what I will say, a gentlemanly sized watch. Very sophisticated indeed. Yes. Okay, so now the action happens. Sorry, I keep bumping my mic. So 0000. Okay. Let me refresh the page here. So once Wolf Watch Club tells me that the list is sent, I have to go start plugging away here at randomdraws.com. So this is for the Reverso. Okay. We're just going to say Reverso. Why not? Oh my god. Standard draw. So here is where we upload what's called a CSV file. Okay. I'm going to try to do this swiftly, expediently. Okay, I'm downloading the file right now. Got it. All right, uploaded. So here's what it looks like. Full transparency. This is when the CSV shows up, guys. The only reason that I flip the screen when I'm downloading the CSV file is because I'm getting it sent to my email, and I don't want I don't know what emails I'm gonna get, and I don't necessarily want you people at home seeing all the weird things people send me. But anyway, so prize, of course, dude, it's electric. Putting this in JLC Reverso. I need to see one more thing. T3 has to be timely. You know, dude, I didn't invent time, man. I just tell it straight up. Straight up! Okay. Let's do this. Ooh, Joaquin Baz is here, a former winner. Joaquin, I've interviewed him. He has won the... Wow, this is like months ago. He won an Omega Speedmaster Professional. Joaquin is the man. Such a nice dude. Very, very cool. We love former winners here. Okay, let's see. This is very, very exciting, guys. It does this all the time, dude. Why does it do this? I hate how it does this. If you take too long here, it pushes you back out. Buses, cool. Now I get to pick. What the heck? What if I did that caption at the end? The screen just refreshed and it was like, congrats, you have autism. That'd be nuts. Anyway, let's go. Once I click this draw, I'm going to pull back. We're going to do a drum roll, please. And then I'm going to read you the winner. Did anybody read it? Did anyone read it? Drum roll! Congratulations. Nicholas Schaffen, you are the new winner of a JLC Reverso. Now, here's what's funny. I didn't get enough greens in the chat to pronounce it, but I'm going to do it anyway. GG le coutre. GG le coutre Reverso. Man, I absolutely love this watch, and I'm so excited. And you don't even have to do anything because Wolf Watch Club will be in touch with you pretty much immediately. So, Robert, we still love you, bro. Joaquin, we absolutely love you. Uncle Reed, Sean Miller, all the party people are here in the chat. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I'm sure that Wolf Watch Club is thankful that you are hanging out as well. Let me see. I'm refreshing the page. So this is something different. Now there's a winner's choice brew metric. What does that mean? Well, Brew, that micro brand, they come in all different flavors. Hopefully delicious ones, because I'm fat and I love things with flavors. $1, guys. It's $1 entry. Scramble North, no runners up. I actually didn't get any info about that, unfortunately, this time. So congratulations to, not this week, guys, but next week is an absolute doozy. So check out Wolf Watch Club. Let's see. They say we will be awarding lots of points and coupons within the next 48, 72 hours. Better than runners up, I promise. And the winner is here. The Riftless says, I won? Is that the winner? That would be dope. But anyway, you could get a $1 entry, or you could enter for $1 an entry for this brew metric. Very, very, very cool. Congratulations, everyone who played, everyone who's here, everyone who hung out with me, and I will see you next week, and we're going to figure out who won. I'm saying it like it's some mystery. It is a mystery, but I'm saying like it's a cliffhanger. Find out next week to see who won. They're still 30% sold. There's still a lot of time, guys. You can still, there's still a whole lot of leeway. There's a big, crazy odds if you enter. The Riftless, I'm here, so hyped. Never won anything before. Well, congratulations, dude. That's a crazy watch, man. I own a Reverso, and I absolutely love it. Uncle Reed, thanks for hanging out. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful life, Uncle Reed. Joaquin Boz says, congrats. Damn it. He wanted it too. Joaquin, you can't be too sore because you won a speedy professional. So, hell yeah. Wolf Watch Club will be contacting you shortly. All right, guys. I will see you same time, same place next week. Check me out over at the Time Teller channel if you enjoyed the cut of my jib here. And, make sure to subscribe over here at Wolf Watch Club if you want to see more of me doing crazy stuff and probably some more awesome content from Gabe over here on Wolf Watch Club. And, all right. Love you guys.